Hey friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to another Philippine travel update. I hope you're all doing well. Today is September 3. Let's start with some good news. The Philippine government has decided to put a price cap to lower the price of the COVID test in the country. COVID test is important for us travelers because upon arrival, we need to pay for a swab test. And then upon leaving the country, a lot of countries require negative COVID test result. So with this, we'll save a few hundred pesos. And with this news, the Philippine Red Cross announced that from 3,800, the new cost for their swab test will be 2,800 pesos. So that's 1,000 pesos off. So who will benefit? Non OFWs, balikbayans, and foreigners landing in Manila and in Clark. You can avail Red Cross and avail a much cheaper COVID test. This one will start September 4. But remember guys, if you're landing in Manila and you want to avail Philippine Red Cross COVID testing, you need to pay in advance online. Okay? If you're not gonna pay in advance, then you will avail PadLab. So Philippine Red Cross po requires payment in advance. Moving forward, the flight advisory of the Philippine Airlines with regards to One Health Pass, Manila, Lawag, Davao requires One Health Pass. In my other video about Cebu travel guideline, I mentioned that you need One Health Pass there. That video po is advanced since One Health Pass has been approved na by the IATF. Eventually, it would be required to all airports. But for now, Philippine Airlines, it says it only required in Manila, Lawag, and Davao. Moving forward, let's talk about Clark. Clark has released their flight schedules, international flights for the month of September. If you want to land in Clark, here are the airlines flying in Clark. There's Jetstar by Singapore, Scoot Singapore, Jeju Air Incheon, Korea, Emirates, there's Dubai to Clark, Clark to Dubai, and then Qatar Airways, Doha. Moving forward, Bureau of Immigration had, let's talk about their two press releases. Let's start with the warning. So this is a warning for foreign nationals. So many foreign nationals have been waiting to enter the Philippines since we closed our borders last year. Many of those are foreign fiancés, foreign boyfriends of Filipinos. They are desperate to be with their loved ones. And with this, some bad people are taking advantage. The Bureau of Immigration has warned us of scammers offering fake entry permits on social media, especially Facebook. Officials of the Bureau of Immigration caution the public against scammers offering DFA exemptions on Facebook. According to the Bureau Commissioner, one of the victims was later asked by the netizen to contact an alleged immigration officer who would supposedly ensure the smooth entry of foreigners in exchange for grease money. The Bureau of Immigration shows no records of that supposed immigration officer. He's not even an employee. So at present, guys, only Filipinos, foreign spouse, children of Filipinos, foreign parents, foreigners holding valid visas are allowed to enter the Philippines. So the entry of tourists is still restricted, is still really not allowed. Entry exemption documents or EED or DFA exemption are issued by foreign post abroad, Philippine embassies abroad to foreigners who wish to enter the country with tourist visas. But they're making us also confused. Bureau of Immigration should when you use the word or the words tourist visas, people think, oh, tourists are allowed now. The 9A visa, which is called a tourist visa or a visitor visa, is only being issued to immediate families of Filipinos and those with humanitarian cases, emergency, those who need to enter the Philippines because of national interest. So if you are a foreigner, you want to enter the Philippines with the intention to marry a Filipina, this is not considered a reason for you to get a 9A visa. Let's not get swayed by these scammers on Facebook. Although, how could there be scammers if wala silang connection sa government? How can they do things, diba, if wala silang connection? So, iniwan ko lang, immigration. Anyways, guys, reminder, the visas that are being issued outside the Philippines is 9A, 9G if there's a company in the Philippines that has hired you or employed you, Then you can apply for 9G outside the Philippines, a working visa. And then I think there's going to be a good news about SRRV. I'm just waiting for some confirmation, guys, but I will share it to you as soon as it's confirmed. Moving forward, there's this very interesting article. Philippines daw will reopen tourism when vaccination rate reaches 70% to 80%, says government. I saw this article and I was like, this looks fishy. Looks clickbait. When you open it, it doesn't say which government official said a statement. They mention about presidential advisor Joey Concepcion. Joey Concepcion has been pushing about vaccinated bubbles, in which if you're fully vaccinated, you should be able to enter malls, restaurants, but he is just an advisor po. He's not the IATF, so it's not up to him to decide. It's only po the president and the IATF. They are the ones. Bureau of Immigration doesn't even have a say if they want to allow tourists. No, it's the IATF, guys, and the president. Presidential advisor Joey Concepcion didn't mention about opening the whole country to tourists when we achieve 70% to 80%. He only mentioned about having a bubble, mall and restaurant bubbles for fully vaccinated. Moving forward, some good news naman. The Bureau of Immigration has hired 99 new officers to be deployed in NAIA. According to the Bureau of Immigration Commissioner, we believe that as more and more Filipinos are vaccinated, this pandemic will soon be a thing of the past and there will be an influx of international travelers into our country. Thus, this early, we are already preparing and bracing for this eventuality. Now, for those naman traveling to the Philippines with medical emergencies, I've been getting some messages of our kababayan, especially Filipinos. Mom, my mother died, and can I skip quarantine and go to my mother? She's really ill, or there's a funeral. The thing po, if there is an emergency, what you need to do is contact Bureau of Quarantine and the Department of Health. Sorry guys, I really cannot help. It is up to them to decide, and even OWA po cannot really make that decision. OWA Administrator Hans Kakdak told media that cutting short the quarantine protocol of 10 days to 14 days is a tough balancing act. This is really sensitive balancing act, of course. We commiserate with our OFWs who need to grieve over a loved one or visit a loved one in a hospital, but we try our best to elevate this to the DOH. Kaya it's not up to the OWA po. But I think in some cases, like nung nangyari sa kababayan nating taga Saudi Arabian OFW, that was unacceptable talaga. On the other note, talking about other countries, Norway has relaxed its COVID-19 travel restrictions and will allow family visits. From September 12, close family members and romantic partners of Norwegian residents will be finally able to enter Norway from countries outside EU or EEA. This includes boyfriends and girlfriends over the age of 18 together with their children under 18. But first, those in this category must apply in advance to the Norwegian Directorate of Immigration. As always, Filipinos naman are required talaga for visa. We need a visa to enter Norway. So, yeah, but to be allowed to enter to get a visa, that's really good enough. So, good job Norway for considering families and unmarried couples. While for Americans, maybe not some good news, EU recommends tighter restrictions on American tourists as US removed from COVID-safe travel list. The European Council announced on Monday that 5 countries and 1 territory have been removed from its recommended safe list of countries. These countries are Israel, Kosovo, Lebanon, Montenegro, Republic of North Macedonia, and USA. So what does this mean in reality? So European countries may follow the EU's lead and tighten restrictions such as quarantine measures, or they could simply ignore the recommendation. So each state members in EU can make their decisions. So this is our update for today, guys, September 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you're traveling soon to the Philippines po, don't be so scared or nervous as long as you complete your requirements. And I would say arrive early at the airport. Just in case they ask for another form, this or that, you can do it online on your phone. But one thing you cannot do at the airport is prepare for this document like marriage certificate, or remember, if you're a foreign spouse or child, marriage certificate or birth certificate. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again with another travel update. Stay safe and God bless.